Okay, hello. This is my video for check-in number 4. So I've probably spent about the same amount of time this week as I did last week, probably a little over 10 hours. So since the last check-in, I spent quite a bit of time reviewing Chapter 12 and trying to get ready for the quizzes that we had in there. So I kind of rewatched portions of the videos and reviewed some sections in the textbook. I also spent some time doing a lot of the practice problems that were in the book for Chapter 12, and I thought that was pretty useful and helpful. I just feel like the more problems I see, the easier it gets a little bit, because each problem can have a pretty different approach, and they can be pretty difficult problems, and so getting exposed to more of them kind of helped me with that. But yeah, I spent quite a bit of time reviewing and getting ready for those quizzes. And after I finished those quizzes this week, yesterday I started working on the Chapter 13 material, which the first part of the Chapter 13 material is the work and energy section, which are scalars. But I haven't gotten into Part B yet about momentum, so I'm hoping to get to that towards the end of this week after I finish up Part A of Chapter 13. But a lot of what we talked about with work and energy was a review from physics, and so I looked at some of the review material for physics, and the test notes from physics. I kind of looked through those and kind of refamiliarized myself with what they were. But the trickiest part so far was probably how the naming of variables has changed from what we did in physics. So having work called U and tension not being, or T not standing for tension, is pretty different from what I remembered from physics, and so it's going to take some time to get used to those new naming of variables, but a lot of the formulas were the same, and so I think as I do it, that'll come back to me. Other than that, I've kind of looked through the textbook for Chapter 13. I haven't gotten too far into the chapter yet, but I did watch your first lecture with new information, N1, and I think I did the next 3 or 4 videos that were example problems having to do with work and energy, and so I tried to work through those and then watch your videos. Overall, I think it's going pretty well. It's kind of an interesting chapter, how it kind of keeps building on each other. So now we have force. So what we used in Chapter 11 is now being used in Chapter 12 to find force. And now we're going to use the force to calculate work, because work is force times displacement or distance. But it's going pretty good. That's about all I've got for this week. Hopefully I can stay on top of things. I haven't gotten to the Chapter 13 homework yet, but I'm planning on doing that first thing tomorrow to do 2 or 3 of those problems. But that's all. Thank you.